Hey, what's up, you guys? And so, what is going on with the stock market?
What is going on? What is going on?
I don't know. It's been a crazy week. It's been exciting. It's been fun for me because I've been really involved in everything that's going on. If you guys don't know, there's a phenomenon going on, and it's basically social investing, if you will. I don't know. I didn't come up with that word. I think I heard it somewhere. But social investing, it's like where all these individual people, well, hold on, let me back up. So let me just kind of give a summary of what's happening if you haven't heard, or at least give you my take on what's happened on the past few days. So several days ago, a group of investors, these interesting people on the internet, specifically on Reddit, on a chat room, if you will, called Wall Street Bets. And it's a pretty fun forum. I became a member when it was just a little bit over 1 million members. Now it's like 5 million because of everything that transpires the last couple of days. But it's a fun group of guys and gals and people. And really what it is people go in almost on a daily basis. They let everybody else know what positions they're in, what stocks are trading. And at some point, I think even last week, but there was a trend going towards going after GameStop, like buying GameStop stock, which was interesting because GameStop, along with other retail companies, are known to be shorted. Their stock price is going down, and these institutional investors that have billions of dollars are leveraging themselves to short the stock, specifically in this case, GameStop. So it was interesting to me when I saw this momentum going towards GameStop, and people were just like, yeah, let's buy GameStop. And I don't even know what the motive is. I don't know if it was because, GameStop was, just a company that people admired, and they're like, it's sad that it's going under, kind of like Blockbuster. And they're like, let's get behind GameStop. It was part of my childhood. I'm not sure exactly what the motive is, and whether even they realized that this company was heavily positioned as being shorted by a lot. I mean, like a lot. I think it was like 120, 130% of the stocks were shorted. Yeah, you can over leverage stock positions that way. And so they bought into GameStop. So what happened was, as they collectively agreed to buy GameStop, GME, I'll start using GME, the price started going up, and it was going up, and it was going up. In a matter of days, it was like going up 50% a day. It went from last week, I think it was like, I don't know, like $40, and then it was $60, and it was $80. I think Monday was $80, and then next thing you know, it's just shooting up. It was nuts. And so what added fuel to the fire is, as the price started going up, these institutional investors, and one specific institutional company, Melvin Capital, started selling off their positions because they're like, oh my gosh, we're losing money. Like, they were losing a lot of money. They lose a lot of money when the stock price goes up because they were shorting. They want it to go down. They make money when the stock goes down. So as the stock price was going up, they were losing money. So they kept hedging. They wanted to mitigate their risk, so they started selling it off. And as they were selling it off, people were buying in droves. So it kept going up and up and up. And what even added more fuel to that fire was people were doing huge call options, like huge. Like it was just incredible. It's like some of the stories that I saw that people were investing, like putting in calls for like $5,000, and it was up like 100 grand, and it was just amazing. It was crazy. It was fun, but it was crazy. And so that happened a couple days ago, and a lot of people loved it. Like, I loved it. Retail investors like myself, and definitely all the people that were involved in pushing up GameStop loved it. Because it was just like these regular guys that were able to impact the market. Like, this is like history making, right? They impacted the market that significantly. So what happened afterwards was just even crazier, right? You thought that was crazy. Well, it gets crazier. So then the big wigs, SEC, government institutions, the companies that were losing all this money did not like that one bit. They did not like losing to the little man, basically, to be frank. And so what happened is this morning, so let me back up a little bit. So after that happened, they were like, okay, what other companies can we go after? And by this time, I think they realized, the Wall Street bet guys and gals, people, including myself, because I was in that forum and I was part of that, I guess, in some ways. Maybe that's why I'm so excited. And I'm not a day trader. I don't short stocks. I don't do any of that. But in this case, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was fun, so I kind of played along. And so the thing that I saw, the next thing that I saw was that they were going after like AMC and BlackBerry and then Nokia and companies like Naked, clothing companies. So it was all these companies that were heavily shorted. And so the next one that I saw and then I read, I was like, okay, so it was AMC and BlackBerry. So I was like, you know what, let me throw an option on each one. It was just a few $100s. So I threw one option on each one, thinking like, you know what, let me play along. I'm gonna be part of history. I wanna see if this is gonna happen again. And so there was this momentum and this chatter about AMC and BlackBerry and some of these other companies. And sure enough, you saw the stock price start to go crazy with AMC. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's happening again. But here's what's even crazier. This was even crazier. This morning I get up and I'm looking at my position and of course it's starting to drop. And then I see Robinhood sends me messages. Actually, I got one last night, like at midnight or something, that's saying that they're basically gonna stop allowing people to buy AMC stock, BlackBerry stock, and other stocks like it. That made everyone, including myself, that made everyone ticked off. Like everyone was upset to a point where people were filing lawsuits. It made, the media grabbed a hold of it. I mean, it's everywhere. I'm sure you've heard of it. So I'm probably talking to the choir. Everyone's probably heard of this by now. But I just want to give you my take on it because I'm excited about it because this is history in the making. If anything, I can look back at this video and be like, man, those were some crazy times. But this is going to change the way people trade in the stock market. And it's going to force regulators to look at things differently. I kind of get both sides. I'm definitely leaning more towards a retail investor because I'm one. Where they just need to leave people alone, let them trade, let them take their own risk, right? It's their own money, let them risk it. And don't allow, and this is the part that I think everyone agreed that the favor or the leverage or should not go to institutions. Because here's what they did. Robinhood sent me an email saying, or already explained that they wouldn't let me buy more stocks, and that's just not cool. You can't do that because what happened is the stock price went down. People started selling off because it allows you to sell off. And so the stock price started to tank. And for me, that's fine. Again, a couple $100, it wasn't a big deal for me. But some of these people were putting their livelihoods into it. Some people were putting a lot of money into this. And for them to do this in order for the institution, the big wigs, not to take another big loss was not cool. At all. And I think that's what everyone's upset about because the big guy, it was very clear that the big guy it was manipulating what was going on. I mean, big guy, I'm talking about these institutional investors. They were, it was stacked for them. Because if they let it ride, they were gonna lose more money, but then all the retail investors would have made some money. And they didn't like that. They don't like losing. They don't like, and not that I don't think they didn't like the retail investors to win some, not in their expense though. Anyways, I can go on and on and on about this. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting. That's my take on it. If anything else comes up, if anything, other news comes out, I might do another video. I don't know. I just thought I'd chime in and kind of give my opinion again. So one day I can look back and be like, man, that was some crazy stuff that happened back in those days. But that's all I have. If you have anything else you want me to cover, anything else you want me to talk about, please let me know. Write it down in the comments. That's all I have for this time. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, this is the first time watching, please subscribe. I really would appreciate your support. I'm trying to get to a couple hundred subscribers. That's it. I just want to keep doing these. These are fun for me. And I talk about anything stock related, investments, business. I'll talk about budget. If you look at some of my other videos, I'll show you what's in my Robinhood. I'll show you what's in my E-Trade. But just let me know what it is that you want to know, and I'll be more than happy to talk about it. That's all I have. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.